Hey guys, Nick here, and welcome to the 100 sub special of Survival Island. And in this video, guys, we are going to be talking about my own Sonic concept for a game. I don't have much art for it. If you want to see what the characters themselves look like and the cover art for this game, you can go check out my community tab post. I believe I posted stuff in there earlier today. So, check that out. So, yeah, let's get right into it. I won't be doing fishing this episode, so we're just going to kind of be, we're just going to kind of be sitting here on this nice little chair. Today we're just going to be sitting back and hearing the story. Oh yeah, and also I have some music to go along with this, so let's do this. This game would take place between Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Rush. This game starts with Sonic sitting near Tails' workshop, the one from Sonic Adventure. Tails bursts in saying that Eggman is attacking Chao in the Mystic Ruins. Sonic says that he won't allow that, and he runs off to the Mystic Ruins, starting first level, as we know, Mystic Ruins. This level gives Sonic access to all his regular moves that he has at the start of Sonic 06. Meaning no chips or bounce bands. Sorry, anybody who likes that stuff. I sure do. But he won't get any more moves than that. Also, rings work differently in this game compared to others. If you get hit, you'll actually lose a few rings rather than all of them, so it works more like a health bar system. Mystic Ruins is your standard, fast-paced Sonic level. I'm gonna switch musics. Mystic Ruins is your standard fast-paced Sonic level. There's loops, enemies, and the whole shebang. This level really shows you what the game is all about. It's a little different looking than it looked in Sonic Adventure, but that's pretty normal. Because if you look at Angel Island in Sonic Adventure compared to literally with any other media, it looks completely different. Especially bigger. The end of the level is signified with the goal ring, like most games, but this will change depending on what you get in the level. After you complete the level, Sonic finds a yellow Chaos Emerald in the dirt, and he thinks that this might be why Eggman was attacking. He brings it with him. Then the camera zooms out and you see a silhouette of a character you've never seen before. And the screen fades out. Fade into another character Fade into another cutscene where we see Sonic back at Tails' workshop. Tails talks about the Emerald a little bit, our general, it's the, super powerful thing, that stuff. Then we see the mysterious figure from before. Still as a silhouette, then he jumps down from the cliff towards Sonic and Tails, and we finally see this character in full light. He's a wolf with brown fur and blue eyes. And shoes that look similar to Shadow's, but they're black. They're black and blue, contrary to Shadow's red and white. He also wears black gloves and a black skin suit. He tells Sonic to hand over the Chaos Emerald now. Sonic asks who he was and who he is, and the character says that his name is Nick the Wolf. His name is Nick because he nicks Chaos Emeralds. You hear the music fading out, hang on. He once again tells Sonic to hand over the emerald, but Sonic refuses, and the two fight, and a boss battle against Nick as Sonic commences. By the way, guys, I should disclaim right now, this is a less scripted video. So, expect me to pause at some points. Now, this fight is a little interesting. Nick the Wolf will later be playable, so he has all of his standard moves that he can use in the game right now. He has Chaos Fist, which I've learned what a Spirit Bomb is. It's basically that, but much weaker. Chaos Shield, which fully blocks attacks. After a while, it can break, but you can reflect damage that your opponents would have hit you with back at them. And he has Chaos Stab, which is a ranged attack in his most powerful move. It can go through enemies, and it can just straight up defeat them in one hit. However, this move is nerfed by the fact that you will not be able to move after a bit when you use it. In this battle, Nick will use all of those moves, and if he uses Chaos Stab, Sonic has a good opening to attack rapidly and repeatedly. However, he hasn't used Chaos Stab yet. He'll just block it. It's kind of like a Sonic against Silver situation. However, with this Chaos Stab, you have a good chance of attacking. He is on a clock to use that, so he can just not use it, and he'd be fine, but he does use it, and now you just lay into him. After completing this boss fight, it will show Nick and Sonic charging toward each other when Tails yells at them both to stop, which they do. Sonic tells Tails that this guy is trying to attack them and that he should fight back. However, Nick responds saying that he is more than willing to talk it out. Sonic responds asking why he didn't already try to talk it out, and Nick says that Sonic attacked after he asked for the emerald. So no one really did much to defuse the situation. Sonic agrees, and then they go inside Tails' workshop. The screen fades. Are we getting music? Yeah. We now see the characters start talking. Nick explains that he is part of a group called the Emerald Keepers. They guard the emeralds from evil and stop people from using them for bad. Sonic then asks why Nick attacked him. Nick responds saying that the emerald's recent use was nearly catastrophic, and that he and the rest of the Emerald Keepers should be the only ones to use the Chaos Emeralds. While he's saying this, we get flashbacks of sorts to Sonic Adventure, which shows Perfect Chaos, Sonic Adventure 2, where it shows the Ark crashing, and Sonic Adventure 3, which shows Gemerald. You don't know who Gemerald is, don't care, just look it up. He's in IDW, Oh yeah, and one more thing, it shows Shadow the Hedgehog, which they show Devil Doom, Because, Rush supposedly takes place after, I think. Not sure. He also says while Sonic may not think he is evil, he may not fully understand what that could mean. Tails interjects saying that Sonic has only used the Chaos Emeralds for good and has stopped a lot of the evil uses of the Emeralds recently. Nick then says that it's amazing that people are using the Emeralds for good. He then says that he will continue looking for the Emeralds, but for separate purposes, and that Sonic can keep the one he found. They all walk outside and Nick the Wolf says goodbye after he gives them a device to call him on in case they need him after he leaves. Sonic says that could have gone worse, and then we hear a deeper voice say, "I agree." Sonic and Tails look... Oh, I'm going to change music for this, actually. Sonic and Tails look around and see a dark being again, with rocket shoes like Shadow's, this time being dark purple and black, contrast to Shadow's red and white respectively. We then see the camera pan up a little more and see that they're more of a black hyena, a species we've only seen once in Sonic before. I've given him a much different look because of purposes. And he has purple eyes and wearing a dark purple cloak. This ominous character says, "Nick could have collected the emerald. That would have made or yet. No matter. Let's see what you can do. Sonic tries to hit him, but this new character stops him with some sort of telekinetic power and slams him to the ground. Then the unknown character uses what looks like a Chaos Fist on Sonic. When Tails tries to help out, he ends up getting knocked down. That's when the unknown character uses his other ability, Chaos Sword. He pulls it right up to Tails' head and tells Sonic to hand over the Chaos Emerald, or else he would kill Tails. Sonic, knowing this guy wasn't playing around, handed over the Chaos Emerald to this guy, and he let Tails go. The unknown character looks at the emerald, got Sonic, and laughs one night, and then leaves. Tails and Sonic agree to call Nick, who obviously knew each other. They use the device to call Nick, and the screen fades as Sonic explained what happened. Hang on. Let me find a good piece of music here. Here we go. We fade into seeing Nick, Sonic, and Tails in Tails' workshop, and Nick explains that the guy they saw is named Demon the Hyena, and that he and Nick are enemies. Nick also explains that Demon's plan is to use the Chaos Emeralds to become perfect Demon and destroy the world. I know this is a bit of a tangent, but there's a reason he'd be called Perfect Demon and not Super Demon. It's because if he were Super Demon, that makes him seem kind of a force of good. Whereas calling him Perfect Demon, it makes him seem a little more like he's strong but not good, you know? It's kind of the differentiation between perfect and super. Sonic asked how he knows this, and Nick responds by saying that he knew Demon's plan because he was at one point an Emerald Keeper, but he was exiled for supposedly becoming too power hungry, and now he wants revenge, and he'll do anything to get it. Sonic and Tails agree that Demon has to be dealt with. Nick explains that Demon needs all 7 emeralds, and they just need to collect the emeralds before Demon. Tails says that that might be hard since Demon already has 1. Sonic says that a head start on him is almost nothing, and that they'll have the rest of the emeralds in no time. Nick responds by saying that he likes the attitude and asks if he knows where one of the emeralds might be. Tails says that he can use some of his technology to find one, but he'll need Sonic to get there quickly. Tails also says that since Eggman was looking for them, they could look around Eggman's base for one. Sonic responds by saying that they shouldn't yet. It might be too much for Nick to take on by himself. Nick asks Sonic if he's questioning his skills, to which Tails responds with a challenge. He knew that there was a Chaos Emerald in a museum run by criminals in Sunset City, along with holding a bunch of other stolen artifacts. If he could steal it, they'd have one. Nick agrees, but says that he could use some help. This results in Tails calling Rouge to help him out at the museum. She says that it won't take her long to get to the museum, and that if Nick wants to help, they should send him now. He says that he'll be there in a flash. Tails responds that if he wants to get there fast, he needs to go on the train tracks. Nick then rockets off, resulting in the cutscene fading out and sending Nick into his first level. In-game moves: Chaos Fist, Chaos Shield, Chaos Stab. We went over this. And this is Nick's first level. It's called Central Subway. Oh, that reminds me. Small tangent. The designs of Nick the Wolf in this game are different from the ones that you've seen before. That's actually because of a small thing. In this game, he gets a different design at the end, which is also different. But at the beginning of the second Sonic Thieves game, which I have written, we're gonna see how this goes, and then I might talk about that in a future video. And basically, he will get that design at the beginning of that game. So you just gotta wait, okay? It'll happen eventually, but just gotta wait. Anyway, Central Subway. This level is Wolf's first level. It starts with Nick Wolf running or skating through the subway tracks where he needs to dodge trains coming towards him. Why would he go on subway tracks? No idea. It's a stupid idea. But anyway, after he gets off the tracks and leaves the subway, he starts seeing gun robots around who start shooting him. He asks Rouge what's happening, and she responds by saying that they won't actually hurt him. She was just told by Tails to find a way to test his combat skills, so she sent them. They're using non-lethal weapons, though, and to fully illustrate that they won't actually lose, you won't actually lose a life to these guys. Lives would be a thing back in that game, unfortunately, it's just a thing. You get hit by an enemy without rings, you just go back to the last checkpoint. After defeating some of the robots, you make your way to the top of some buildings using some platforming, and then the stage will end when you get to a gold ring. When the level ends, Nick asks Rouge if she's impressed, and she responds saying, "We'll see after this heist." Nick says that he has it, and then Rouge says that she'll help him if he needs it. The level begins. Now, we have our first team-up level. This is a general gimmick in the game, where you just team up with other characters. This one, by far, being the worst level, and the just generally worst level in the game, and worst team-up level. I'm gonna activate some more music. Here we go. The level, just called the Heist, we will start outside the museum, and you'll enter through a vent on the side. When Nick enters the vent, he asks if it's really okay if they're doing this. Rouge responds by saying that the museum is run by people who have literally just outlandishly stolen things. So it's kind of okay. We now enter the actual museum itself, and it's time to see our team-up aspect. There are cameras that can't spot you, or else you will fail a level, and you'll have to restart. Rouge's team-up aspect is she can destroy these cameras so that Nick cannot get spotted. However, if the camera spots Rouge, you also get caught. So you have to destroy spotlights in order to destroy the cameras. So you'll have to use some amount of stealth and use Chaos Stab. Then Rouge will go and break cameras so that you can move on. The level ends with you having to destroy some generators powering a shield around the Chaos Emerald, which you have to quickly climb up so that you don't get spotted. After destroying the generators, the end of the level is unified with a Cyan Chaos Emerald. By far, worst level of the game, because you have to go really, really slow. And I get Sonic's not all about speed, but this would be really bad. Think about it. A game that your past two levels have been really fast-paced action, like even a boss fight. And now it's just it's that. So, not the best level, but it's a level. After that, a cutscene activates, showing Nick grabbing the emerald, and that's when we see that a robot comes out of the floor, which are displayed, like, the displays fall into the floor, and then a robot appears. Rouge says that Nick must have triggered a manual security system by grabbing the Chaos Emerald, and that the robot won't just let them walk away. So he needs to fight the bot to be able to leave with the emerald. Nick says that this will be fun, and a boss fight begins. Now, Nick's boss fights are pretty interesting because unlike Sonic, it doesn't take a set amount of hits. You just have to get the health bar down to 0. more of a health system, if you will. This boss fight is against Heavy Dog, one of the gun bots from Gen 2, Adventure 2. I've been playing too much Pokemon. After Nick busts the bot, Rouge comes into the room saying that he did a good job, but he needs to get out of there because people were bound to hear that someone would be on their way soon. She airlifts him through a skylight, and they get away before anyone can show up. We now cut to a scene where we see Tails has now located the third Chaos Emerald. Thinking that he and Sonic should go after it, they fly off to their destination on the tornado. This destination is called Cloud Canyon. Cloud Canyon is an original level with a team-up mechanic. In this level, Tails will fly in a tornado to fly Sonic to parts of the canyon, along with do like sort of airstrikes. I'm thinking, airstrikes. That just seems cool. It'll also help you get to parts of the level that you can't reach. Other than that, this level's fast-paced, it's action against bots. It's not bad. After the level, we see Sonic take the Chaos Emerald out of the giant stone wall. However, we then hear Demon say, "Yes, thank you for leading to the next emerald. So kind." Demon then comes out of nowhere and freezes Sonic with his telekinesis and smacks the Chaos Emerald out of his hand. And then goes and grabs it. He says, "Down 5 to go." And then he flies away using his telekinesis, like Silver does. Sonic goes sick with his photokinesis? That's a completely different thing. Psychokinesis. Sonic is amazed at how strong Demon is, and then Tails comes and asks Sonic about the Chaos Emerald, to which he responds that Demon got it. Tails suggests meeting up at Nick at his workshop, to which Sonic agrees. Let me get some better music real quick. Not long enough. Actually, that'll work. We now see Eggman's base, and at said base we see Eggman, behind him, Metal Sonic, contemplating his next evil plot while complaining about the loss of the chance of the Chaos Emerald. That's when we hear a sudden boom come from the hallway and see Demon coming into the room. Demon tells Eggman that he is not intruding, that he hopes he's not intruding, and that he has an offer that's most beneficial for both of them. Eggman responds by saying that he doesn't care to accept unless it's good, which Demon responds by offering Eggman the blue Chaos Emerald he just acquired, saying that it's a down payment. This intrigues Eggman, and this is when Demon explains that he'll help Eggman destroy Sonic if he helps him destroy Nick the Wolf. Eggman delightfully agrees, saying that Demon must be powerful, and the gift of the Chaos Emerald was a really good one. But Demon also says that he'll keep the Yellow Emerald for himself as collateral, to which Eggman agrees, and they shake on it. Let me get some new music. Let me get some actual, other music real quick. Alright. Not sure if I'll get an ad on this. I didn't. We now fade back to Tails' workshop and see that Nick walking around the table when Sonic and Tails walk in, and he asks where they were. Sonic responds by saying that Demon beat them to the next emerald and he got away. Nick responds by saying that it's not a big deal yet, and that they have to decide where to go next. Sonic says having Tails locate the emerald would take too long, to which Nick agrees, and Tails responds by saying that Knuckles might know where it is. Sonic agrees in the sentiment, and they go to Angel Island. We now see Eggman in his base, and he says that he knows where the next Emerald is, and he's sending a new mech to go get it. He even says that Nick or Sonic are there. The mech will have no chance. Eggman responds by saying that his mechs are not to be messed with, and that they're more powerful than he thinks. They're not. They're really not. We now see all main characters, Sonic, Tails, and Nick, are arriving at Angel Island. Knuckles notices them and asks himself what trouble they brought to his island this time. Nick and Sonic get off the tornado, and Knuckles walks up to them asking what they're doing here, and who the wolf is. Sonic responds by introducing Nick to Knuckles, and that they're looking for the Chaos Emerald. Knuckles responds that they might be able to use the Master Emerald to find it, but they'll need to go to Sky Sanctuary and place the Emerald on a shrine there. Then the light of the Master Emerald should shine through it in a sort of beam that will lead them to the next Emerald. Sonic says that it's a bit of a long shot, but Nick says that it's worth it and warps to Sky Sanctuary on one of those like little fork spheres. You know those things? Like the little like those things? I didn't have to make the sound. That was embarrassing. Why did 100 people sub to me? That's weird. This starts the level of Sky Sanctuary by teleporting him, and he runs through the level doing more platforming and combat. A decently standard level, the end being signified with a goal ring. After the level, Nick places the Chaos Emerald that he has on the shrine, and Knuckles tells the Master Emerald to track the other Chaos Emeralds. To which a beam of green light hits the Cyan Emerald, and a cyan beam of light shines off away from them, Angel Island, to which Tails says that set the tornado on autopilot, and they should head in that direction immediately. Sonic says that should make a quick stop at the Chow Garden to see if they can figure out a way to use the Chow to help them find the next Emerald, and the screen fades. We then see them stop at the Chow Garden, and we find Cream the Rabbit, who Sonic introduces Nick to. She greets him, and, well, they ask her if she can help him find the next Emerald. She agrees to take him back to her place to see if she can help him out. Nick agrees, and Sonic and Tails run to the next Emerald, while Nick goes off to Cream. We then go through a level called Crystal Cave. Usual fast-paced, like, your usual Sonic cave levels, you know? There aren't many, but there are some. Hang on, I've been talking for a while. I need water. The end of that level is signified with a goal ring. After the level, we see Nick and Cream go back to Cream's house, where we see Cream's mom, Vanilla, and the Chaotix, who say that Chocola was kidnapped, and that they were assigned to the case to go find them. Of course, this stinking happens right now. Of course it does. Like, it's so... yeah. I have to find one way to lead one thing into the other, which is a bit annoying, but whatever. Nick says that he wants to help find Chocolate too, and Espia says that they might want to consider letting him help, to which Vector asks for his name. Nick responds by introducing himself, and Gemerald, who was just standing there, says that he'll look after Cream and her mother, as that is now his new primary objective, set by Tails. So he stays while Nick and the Chaotix head out. We are now on our next level, Chow Plains, which Vector radios Nick and tells him that he thinks he sees some sort of Eggman base where they could be keeping Chocola. But the Chow is locked. It's probably locked in a cage. So in order to for the gold ring to appear in this nice open level, you know, it's kind of like a Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury situation where you got to get a bunch of stuff in a nice open level. You know? You need to find keys in this level, and kind of like how you do with the chaotic story in Sonic Heroes. Other than that, the level's pretty straightforward. Um, and the keys aren't placed too weirdly, so it's pretty easy to get them. The level ends with a nice little goal ring, and it'll only appear when you find all 5 keys. After the level, we see Sonic and Tails walking through some nice canyon fields, and then we hear a familiar voice shout, "Sonic!" I'm not doing an Amy voice, because that's who's talking right now. But Sonic cuts her off, saying that he and Tails are looking for a Chaos Emerald. Tails says that he thinks it's close, to which he starts running. Amy says that she can help him out, and this starts the next team-up level. In this level, Fall Valley, Amy can make Sonic perform a different move called a Croquet Bomber. Along with, they can just help fight, you know? Amy just does her own thing. But yeah, the Croquet Bomber will allow Sonic to launch into enemies that does extra damage and can actually do some like wide range damage, so you'll hit more than one opponent at once. It's definitely more of a combat-based level. The end of the level is signified with a goal ring once again, and then we fade into the next cutscene, where we see the Chaotix and Nick. Nick holds out the keys, and Espio tells them that Chocola is definitely inside, but there are a ton of robots to defeat. Nick says that it's not much of a problem, to which Vector responds by saying that he has a plan. We then I should change music. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go with this. This level is called Egg Outpost, and it's our next team-up level. This one being probably my favorite out of all of them, where you team up with all 3 members of Chaotix. In this level, Nick needs to escort Charmy first safely to a wall so that he can climb over the wall while Espio just climbs up. Vector waits at the front gate of the base. The first section is platforming. Then after Charmy collides him over the wall, you team up with Espio. At this section, you are told that you need to get enemies off the door while Vector breaks in, so that he can break the next gate open. Team up with Espio allows you to do some team-up moves in combat that make him a bit better against opponents. Also, Espio will just fight on his own like Amy would. Then, Vector finally breaks through the wall, and we begin the final team-up section. Vector has a health bar, and you have to defend him while he breaks open the next gate. Using moves like Chaos Shield, you can actually do a lot better with just defending in this one, in my opinion. And you can also help Vector in this level if you just get enough hits. After breaking down the next gate, the level ends signified by Chocola's cage. We now see the next scene where Nick breaks Chocola out of the cage. Chocola responds by giving him a hug on the face like Chow do in an adorable fashion. Espio says that things are getting a little hot around here, so they should probably leave, to which Nick agrees. We fade into another cutscene where we see Amy talking while tugging on Sonic as he slowly walks, because he can't run right now. Tails says the next emerald is just up ahead, and we see that Eggman mech come into the fray. The mech is called the Egg Receiver. I couldn't think of a better name. I'll get one. The robot grabs the emerald, and Amy now we now have the team-up boss fight against the Egg Receiver. Oh wait, no, that said grabs Amy. Sorry. But gotta have some suspense here. Look, I can't just do nothing. A new cutscene starts and it shows Sonic. Oh. Whoops. The boss will actually block a large amount of your attacks, but you can get an opening while the boss shoots missiles at Sonic. and you can homing attack the missiles as a way to sort of stop them from hurting you. Somehow. Don't know how. Or you could just dodge them and attack for a little bit. When the boss is defeated, Sonic gets a green Chaos Emerald. A new cutscene starts which shows Sonic catch Amy as the mech explodes. Amy says, this is hard for me to say, sorry. I'm bad at the whole out loud saying romance thing, I'm sorry. Amy says it's romantic that he rescued her with Sonic awkwardly responding that it's what he does. I'm gonna switch to this. Then Tails finds the emerald on the ground, and Sonic is glad to see it, and decides that it's probably best to go back to Cream's house to give it to Nick. To which Tails agrees, and Amy suggests that she comes along. Sonic says why not, and they start heading back. We now go to the next cutscene where we see Nick the Wolf at Cream's house with Chocola and the Chaotix. Vanilla and Cream thank Nick and the Chaotix and then Vanilla tells them that the reward was a white Chaos Emerald. Why did Vanilla have this? No idea. But whatever. Since they really couldn't split it, they decided to just give it to Nick, since he needed it. And then we see Eggman float down on the Eggmobile with Demon hanging from the side like he does like Knuckles does in the second Sonic movie. Eggman says that it's unfortunate that he lost the Chow that located the emerald for him, but the Chaos Emerald that the Chow located... Wait. He will still defeat Nick here and now. I'm gonna do that. Whoa, what did I just do to my cursor? Okay, whatever. Eggman fires missiles from the Eggmobile. However, Nick says that he won't let Eggman destroy the area, and he fires the 2 Chaos Emeralds from his body, destroying the missiles. And then they come flying back to him. Demon urges Eggman to retreat, and he does. Then Chaotix asks him how he did that. Nick responds saying that he controlled the Chaos Emeralds in a close proximity to him, with his Emerald Control ability. The Chaotix then thank Nick for service, and they head off on their way. We then see Sonic, Tails, and Amy walking up, saying that they just saw that. They also say hi to Cream and Vanilla, and that's when Sonic gives Nick the new emerald. Nick says that now that he's just got to find the other 2. And then Cheese and Chocolate start pointing in one direction. Cream realizes that they're pointing to the next emerald, to which Sonic thanks them, and then Nick, Sonic, and Tails head off the tornado to launch off in that direction. They say their goodbyes, fly off. You know, hang on, I just need a minute. I'm gonna catch a fish real quick. I've been looking at this other screen for a moment too long, and I just need to catch a fish real quick. Oh my god. I don't have particles on. This is gonna be tough. I don't have particles on to stop you guys from getting distracted. Also, small tangent while I'm catching a fish. The tornado that we're seeing in this one is actually the Tornado 2. It has the same color scheme as the one that Tails drove in Shadow the Hedgehog, Adventure 2, Adventure 1, the later part. You know, it has the same color scheme. Can I catch a fish already? This is why I'm going to stop doing fishing episodes. There we go. I need a drink of water. Okay, that's better. Um, Next we see the tornado land in a jungle. After Tails says that he's pinpointed the location of the next emerald, Sonic says that he can get there, but then a bunch of moto bugs come out of the forest. Tails tells them to split up so that they land near the location of the emerald, so they can get it. Nick and Sonic split up through the forest, putting us into a Sonic 06-like level where we switch between Sonic and Nick. Live Jungle is not like any Sonic 06 stage where you have, or is a lot like the Sonic 06 stage. I just said that. This level works the same way. You play Sonic first, then as Nick, and then finish off playing as Sonic. Pretty standard level, but, you know, just the levels are getting more and more tough as we go on, by the way. Hopefully they will be. Yeah, the end of the level is signified as a gold ring. And now we see the next cutscene, where we see Nick and Sonic come out of the jungle and see Shadow and Omega. Nick tells Sonic that he and Shadow look a lot alike. Sonic says that he gets that a lot, and they might be in for it. Shadow hears this and notices them. He tells them that he's busy and that he doesn't want to be distracted. Omega agrees and says that all who are non-compliant will be eliminated. Nick interjects, asking them if they can have the Chaos Emerald nearby. Shadow tells them that he has it and that he won't just let him have it. He'll have to take it. Nick and Sonic cockily smile at each other, and Nick says that he'll take Shadow for a little bit. Sonic says he can take Omega, going into a dual boss fight like Traveler's Tales. If you don't know, guys, I love LEGO games. And this boss, you will start off, fighting Sonic in against Omega. Or how does this boss fight? Like you'll basically switch between them. Not willingly, but you'll switch between them. You know? Anyway, back to me just saying it. Yeah, it starts to get where you play Sonic fighting Omega, then you switch to Nick fighting Shadow. After that, Shadow gets down to half health and tells Omega to switch with him. Now you're fighting Omega as Nick, and then after you defeat Omega, you go as Sonic and you defeat Shadow. After beating Shadow, Sonic gets a purple Chaos Emerald. Shadow helps Omega up, and Sonic is shown holding the Chaos Emerald. Actually, this works pretty well. This is when Tails comes out of the tornado and tells Sonic and Nick that he located the last emerald. So, Sonic and Nick hop into the tornado, and they head off to their next location. We're then shown a cutscene showing Eggman and Demon along with Metal Sonic. Eggman explains that he has located the last emerald. I'm gonna just real quick switch up to this. Alright, we'll get more music in a bit. Demon volunteers and gets it to get it. But Eggman interjects and says that he will send Metal Sonic to go do it. Demon says that he didn't mean to steal Eggman's spotlight, but he merely meant to go with backup just in case Metal Sonic doesn't work out. Eggman reluctantly agrees and nods to Metal, telling him that it's his time to go. Metal almost looks excited and heads off to the location of the next emerald with Demon. Next, we see Sonic and Nick on the tornado flying over a desert. Tails points to a giant pyramid and says that that's where the last emerald is. And he can fly directly there. Nick then points out that there are some interesting movements with the sand. We then pan over to see the sand is exploding out of the ground. And Tails gives Nick a futuristic-looking pair of binoculars, if you guys know what binoculars are. He looks through them and says that it looks very similar to Sonic, but more mechanical. Sonic says that it's Metal Sonic, and that he's no biggie to take down, and that they'll do that first. Nick instantly rejects the idea, saying that since Metal Sonic is here, that they know where the emerald is, and that they should go get it first, while he goes to defeat Metal. Sonic nods in agreement and gives him a thumbs up, saying good luck. Nick jumps off the tornado and heads towards the explosions where Metal is. This next level is a speed-along boss fight. Not an autopilot runner like the ones we get nowadays, but it's still speed-along. After getting Metal... oh my god, hang on. After getting Metal Sonic down to half health, he will stop, and now it'll be more like an arena boss fight. After Nick defeats Metal, we start a new level where Sonic must speed through the pyramid doing platforming. A decently standard level, without a cutscene, but it's nice to take a break from the boss fights. The end of this level is signified with a gold ring and in front of a long hallway. After the level, we see a cutscene showing Sonic and Tails walking through the pyramid hallway. And Sonic says that this is a good change of pace compared to what they've been dealing with. Tails agrees, and then we see Demon come in. Sonic says that this is bad, and he's caught up with them. Demon then passes them, and Sonic starts chasing Demon down, ending the cutscene and starting Sonic's boss fight against Demon. This works very similar. It starts as a run-along, and so basically, Demon has his telekinesis, so he will use that, kind of just to push back Sonic, in case you're laying into him a little too much, you know? Just spamming again. Just like, bam, 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 bam. Telekinesis. Like, you gotta have a limit, okay? So it's kind of like the silver boss fight, not really like the silver boss fight, especially because you don't take damage from it. Also, at the end of the hallway, which you'll only reach if you get down to 5% of his health, you'll actually be in the Emerald Chamber, which will host an arena boss fight with the Chaos Emerald in the middle. So, I just want to reiterate, Demon's moves are Chaos Fist, which is, once again, small spirit bomb, Chaos Fist, two of them, which does less damage, but it's able to use more. Chaos Sword does a lot more damage, but has a smaller recovery. And Telekinesis, which he will only use to stop Sonic from laying into him for too long. After the boss, we see Sonic panting until Demon takes aim. That's when he says, "You weren't nearly this strong last time." Ow. Okay, if the music randomly stops, it's because I'm adjusting myself and my capture card mechanism. So, sorry. Sonic responds by saying, "I'm always learning and getting stronger." As Sonic walks to the Red Chaos Emerald, those words make Demon furious, until the point where he stands up and shoves Sonic aside using his telekinesis. And Demon uses Chaos Sword and nearly stabs Sonic until Nick speeds into the room and uses Chaos Shield on Demon, stopping him from hitting Sonic. That's when he hits Demon with an Emerald Shot. This makes Demon see reason to run away, and Nick grabs the Red Emerald and tells Sonic that he can follow him to Eggman's base. You know he works for Eggman right now because of the old scene where he was like with Eggman, you know? Oh, wait a minute! Wait! Oh my god! Wait, that's a thunder! It's a thunderstorm! Holy crap! Whoa! This is what we've been waiting for holy crap! It's been months, guys. We've been here for months, waiting for a thunderstorm. Waiting. We've finally gotten one. Holy crap! And there's a creeper! Okay. We need this. We've been wanting this forever, guys. Oh my god. I need armor. I need my armor. Here it is. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, go. Holy crap. We finally did it. Okay. Boom. And there's a zombie. Okay. Yeah! We did it! Please! Yeah! Zombie head! Holy crap! Oh, I love this trident. I think my trap door got destroyed, but it doesn't matter. We got it. Holy crap. Oh, that's the final item off the list. Oh my god. Of course, I kind of knew it would be this episode. Um, but holy crap, guys, we actually got it today. Oh, I'm so happy. But I will finish up. I will finish up. um, yeah, because we need to do one more episode. We need to do like 2 more episodes, okay? Oh my god. I can't believe that. We're gonna sleep and then get back into it. Oh my god. I need to recover from that. Whew. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. We now see them head off to Eggman's base. We jump into the next level where you play switching between Sonic and Nick in a level called Egg Base, where you use everything you've learned up to this point to break into Dr. Eggman's base, and the end of the level is marked with a giant goal ring. We then see a cutscene where Eggman is in a new mech called the Egg Guardian, and he jumps down from the ceiling where he says that he's created a new invincible machine powered by a Chaos Emerald. He then asks Nick and Sonic if they think they can stop him, to which Sonic says to bring it on, thus commencing the boss fight. In this boss fight, you fight the Egg Guardian as Sonic, who says, "I'll handle this mech, Eggman. Let's have some fun." This boss fight is pretty difficult. It's a pretty difficult one where you have to climb the Egg Guardian's scepter when he attacks you with it. After climbing up the scepter, you attack the head and eventually crack the Egg Guardian open, thus ending the boss fight, and Sonic retrieves the blue Chaos Emerald. After the boss fight, Eggman is on the floor saying how he'll make a new robot with his last emerald before being interrupted by the wall behind him exploding. Standing behind it is Demon, staring him down. Eggman then sees what's happening. Demon speeds toward him angrily, and when he gets up to Eggman, he says, "Pathetic!" before using his telekinesis to throw Eggman into the next wall, grabbing a remote so that he can control all of Eggman's mechs. Nick responds saying that he's had enough of Demon. Demon responds angrily, saying that he's had enough of Sonic helping him, to which he calls a bunch of mechs towards Tails' plane. Nick tells Sonic to go help Tails. Sonic agrees, thus leaving Nick and Demon to have a showdown. Demon jumps through the hole in the wall that he created and goes to the other end saying, "Come get me." To which Nick leaps into the room, thus starting the boss fight against Demon. It's just an arena fight, pretty much exactly like the ones we've seen before. And that's about it to really say here. It's basically what we've seen before. Nothing too different. Once you get the health bar down to 0, Demon's done. And the boss fight, it's pretty cleanly like just Nick versus Demon here. And when Nick wins, we see him getting the yellow emerald. He now has all 7. Gonna just... Here we go. After the boss fight, a cutscene will play that shows him next to Demon, who's on the floor, when Nick... when Nick has the emerald and goes toward the emerald go towards him using his emerald powers. Demon says that this isn't over, and then he flies away with his telekinesis. Making sure the music was working. Next, we see Sonic, Tails, and Eggman outside the base, and Nick jumps out of there and shows Sonic the last emerald. Sonic gets excited and says something. Hang on. Just decided to turn up the music a little. Nice work. You got the last one. Then there's an explosion at the top of the base, and as we see, Demon jump down and he grabs Tails again. He then tells Nick that if he doesn't hand over all the emeralds right now, he'll kill Tails. Nick and Sonic know that he's telling the truth, and Nick hands over the emeralds. Again now, Demon has all 7 Chaos Emeralds. He tosses Tails to the side, right into the nearest wall. Demon then maniacally laughs and says that he can now transform. He does. He uses the Chaos Emeralds to drain some of their power. Nick and Sonic quickly grab them before they all retreat, as Demon starts growing in size with battle armor going all around. They look from the area around Eggman's base and see now that Demon has grown to giant size and is now wearing cool black armor. Just imagine whatever you want. It looks like all hope is lost, and then we hear him say, "Well, what will you do?" Nick looks in disbelief, knowing that he failed. He talks about how he feels about this situation, and Sonic responds saying that it's okay, and they still have time to fix it. Nick asks how. Sonic responds saying that he can use the power to the emeralds too. Nick knows what he means, but responds by saying that the emeralds are great. Sonic and Nick hold them, knowing all hope is lost, and that's when we hear Amy, who screams to Sonic. Every character we've met up to this point, including Shadow and Omega, everyone but Knuckles. No, wait, I did write it Knuckles here. Every character gives Sonic a little word of encouragement, kind of like in Generations. Sorry, people who hated that scene. I was one of them. I don't care. It's still fine. It's for the kids, you know. It's one of those things. Just got it. Nick says, "Thank you all so much. You've given me faith in people, and you all helped me out so much." He then says that he's not giving up yet. The Chaos Emeralds start to shine. Sonic nods to him and get a close-up to Nick's smile. He then sees the Chaos Emeralds spell around them as they regain their power. That's when Sonic and Nick both start glowing and floating up into the sky. The tips of Nick's hair now start glowing gold, and we see Sonic transform supersonic while Nick transforms super, and then fly off in a boss fight against Perfect Demon commences. In this boss fight, you'll switch between Sonic and Nick. One will grab rings while the other attacks. You will be able to freely switch, like in Adventure 2 and 06, making this boss fight a little more difficult, but whatever. Nick can use all of his regular moves, while Sonic will have a giant burst attack like he did in 06. However, Nick won't be able to just use Chaos Stab whenever. He has to build up a gauge, and that will allow him to just use Chaos Stab at a super power finish. However, it won't do as much damage if you just do it with the gauge full. However, it can kind of spam, because Chaos Stab, super form, can be spammed. The boss has only one phase and will be defeated when health gauge reaches 0. During this battle, you will hear various lines from all the characters if you're struggling, or, like regular Sonic Adventure stuff for Sonic Generations crap. Now that. Just like, that looks like a homing shot. Those lines. Once the boss fight is defeated, giant armor around Demon starts to disappear into dark particles, and that's when you see his normal self fall to the ground below, all while he's screaming, "No!" then responds saying that they won and they defeated him as end of level screen. You now see Nick and Sonic descend to the ground below, greet all their friends. We also see Eggman sneak off as Knuckles and Shadows get upset with him and they start to chase him down. The camera pans up and then back down on Bill's workshop, where we see Nick and Sonic talking. Hang on. We also see that Nick is now wearing a gray shirt, and he no longer wears the skin suit. Nick says that he really appreciated Sonic's help, and that he considers him a true friend. And then, that he looks forward to working with Sonic again. Sonic says that he knows he'll be, I gotta pause the music. He'll be working with him often now, and we see Nick run off into the skate off into the distance, and Sonic waving him goodbye for now. And possibly forever if I don't, do a Sonic Thieves 2 kind of thing. So yeah, guys. This was a long one. I also didn't really expect to get the zombie head today. I kind of didn't want to, because, we were saving that for its own thing, and we got it, so, yeah, next episode will be a fun thing, but whatever. Anyway, guys, that's going to end this video here. If you want me to do another one of these where I go over Sonic Thieves 2, let me know. But until then, guys, I'd like to thank you all for watching. And I will see you all in the next 2 weeks for the final 2 episodes. Bye!